Today, I want to talk about Pokeballs and why I think we could get new Pokeballs, like new varieties, colors, effectiveness, etc., in Generation 10 or just in a future Pokemon game. We do see new ones every once in a while, every couple generations, and I still feel like we're kind of in a drought. I think we've had a couple cool new Pokeballs be added to the canon, but I still think we're kind of in a drought. And I'll go through it. I'll go through the history, and then we'll talk about what we could see in the future. I guess the reason why I want to talk about this today, Pokeballs specifically, I feel like they are underrated, Pokeballs in general. I think since Generation 3, when you could start seeing a Pokeball, like what Pokeball you capture a Pokemon in, ever since that's been visible after you actually capture the Pokemon, it elevated the use of a Pokeball from utilitarian, right? Just like a tool that you would, like a disposable tool that you would use to capture a Pokemon. Ever since Generation 3, no longer are these Pokeballs just utilitarian tools, but now they are part of your specific Pokemon's identity. I think when you capture a Pokemon, my philosophy is that as trainers in a game, we capture Pokemon that, like the Pokemon that we train, it's a reflection of us as trainers and our values, right? Just like anything else that you collect around, like anything that you purchase or clothing that you wear, it's a reflection of who you are. And in the Pokemon universe, and when you're playing a Pokemon game, the Pokemon is a reflection of who you are. And I think a Pokeball, there's like two other, maybe three, there's a couple different things you can use to further customize that Pokemon. You can give the Pokemon a nickname. That Pokemon could be a shiny. That Pokemon could be like a regional variant of some sort. Like if a Pokemon has any sort of form, that could be a way to customize the Pokemon. Ribbons is another really great example, but one of the most integral, and it's kind of the thing that you can't change, is the Pokeball. It's like it's the Pokeball that you capture the Pokemon in. That's part of your story. Like when you look at your Pokemon in your party, it'll say, what their name is. It'll say like it'll display their nature, right? It'll display like how you captured it, maybe what route you captured it on, maybe it traveled through time and space to get to you, but then also it'll tell you what the Pokeball is, right? That you captured the Pokemon in. And for this reason, I think these Pokeballs are actually like underrated. I feel like people don't appreciate all the different varieties of Pokeballs that we have. I think we take a lot of these for granted. So, okay, that's enough setup. What I want to do is just kind of look at all these different Pokeballs. I've pulled up a bunch of different new types of Pokeballs we could see in future generations. These are just, fan concepts. But I think there's, I don't know. I want to explain to you more of my philosophy when it comes to these Pokeballs. So Generation 1, again, these were just tools, but you had a Pokeball, and then you had a Great and an Ultra Ball, which are just purely more effective tools, and then finally you had a Master Ball that is a win button, right? Generation 2 did add a bunch of, what are they called? Like the Kurt balls, the Johto Pokeballs, Fastball, Level Ball, Lure Ball, Heavy Ball, Love Ball, Friend Ball, Moon Ball. There was also a Sport Ball in Generation 2, but any of the Pokemon that you captured with these Pokeballs, like you couldn't actually see what they were. Like you couldn't see that you captured an Apom and a Level Ball, for example, in the Generation 2 games. And then also, fun fact, I don't think any of these Pokeballs, these like new types of Pokeballs, even worked the way that they were intended. Like all of these Pokeballs, like Fastballs were. All of these new Pokeballs in the Johto games were all utilitarian based, where they were defined by their functionality, and that's pretty much it. But again, going into Generation 3, not only were all those Johto balls no longer effective, and this is what I want to talk about, right? Generation 3 introduced a ton of new utilitarian Pokeballs that also had unique looks, and you could see these Pokeballs in the menu screen, which again, underrated. Like, I think it tells a story, and it's a way to customize your Pokemon. Like, even in Generation 9 and Legend ZA, I'm catching so many Pokemon in a dive ball just because I think a dive ball looks so cool. You know, I'm going through Mega Dimension. I'm capturing Pokemon in, like, my favorites, or I'm catching shinies in a dream ball, right? There's storytelling there. So we got the net ball, which is there's actually some really good Pokeballs, right? Net ball is a really good Pokeball that's good against water and bug types. Dive ball, again, really, really powerful at capturing Pokemon when you're surfing, fishing, when you're underwater. In Generation 3 in Hoenn, there's a lot of water, so it's like we had 2 different types of Pokeballs for specifically mostly water Pokemon, which is kind of cool and it makes sense. Nest Ball was really effective against catching Pokemon when they were like lower, like a pretty low level. So like in post game, you could use this Pokeball to capture a lot of Pokemon. Repeat Ball, again, if you've already captured a Pokemon, you can catch more of them easier. Timer Ball, Luxury Ball, like some of these are just a flex, like the Luxury and Premier Ball, but like the Timer Ball would be more and more effective as the longer a battle would go on. And this is something I remember using a Timer Ball against all of the legendary Pokemon, because by turn 20, like, I'm chucking the Timer Ball. Like, that's the only way I'm ever going to be able to capture Rayquaza. And these are just like pretty good, well-rounded Pokeballs that are good, again, for utility. In Generation 4, we got the Dusk Ball, which actually ended up replacing the Timer Ball when it comes to like capturing legendaries, because like anything that's in a cave, a Dusk Ball would work. Or at night, Dusk Balls are really good at capturing Pokemon at night. Heal Ball, it's a utility Pokeball, which kind of is something I do want to talk about later. The Heal Ball is actually kind of useless because it doesn't actually make it has the effectiveness of a regular Pokeball, but the Heal Ball actually affects the Pokemon once you capture it. And I want to talk about that in a few minutes and take it a step further. The Quick Ball, people love this thing. It's so powerful. On the first capture, you pretty much are going to capture a Pokemon. It's just so effective on that first turn. I think it's ugly, though. I think it's hideous. The Cherish Ball is here, but that was really, like, you can't use that Pokeball. You can only get like gift Pokemon, event Pokemon in a Cherish Ball, which, again, there is storytelling there. If you have a Pokemon that's in a Cherish Ball, you know it was an event, right? In the Johto remakes, we actually got all of the Johto balls, the Kurt balls, the Apricorn balls, Fast, Level, Lure, Heavy, Love, Friend, and Moon, and even the Sport Ball. And I think they actually look so good. I think so many of these Pokeballs have the right color contrast for me. I like that the Heavy Ball has like protruding bumps sticking out of it. The Lure Ball has like texture. That might be what it is. A lot of these Johto balls have texture to them. And I like that I like that each of them is very, like, the utility is very specific, right? Like the Fast Ball is for fast Pokemon. Lure Ball for fishing. Heavy Ball for heavy Pokemon. Some of these get a little bit weirder, like the Love Ball is really good for, Pokemon of the same species but opposite gender of the player's Pokemon. Friend Ball kind of does, okay, the Friend Ball, actually, we're going to talk about that in a second. The Moon Ball, really good at catching Pokemon with the Moonstone. All right, I'm rambling. What I'm trying to say is I think we have a lot of Pokeballs. But I think there is some redundancies. Like, we have 3 Pokeballs, Lure, Dive, and Net Ball, that are mostly effective against water types. And we also have some useless Pokeballs that are purely like, you would only use them for cosmetic reasons, like the Luxury Ball, the Premier Ball, the Love Ball. And I think some of these are kind of ugly. And it wasn't until Generation 5, which actually I say it wasn't until, that was literally the next generation, we had access to the Dream Ball. But really, no one actually had the Dream Ball if you didn't interact with the Dream World mechanic. So to me, growing up, I never had the Dream Ball, ever. I never used it, just never used it. So to me, it felt like from Generations 4 till Generation 7 that we got no new Pokeballs. Then we finally got the Beast Ball, which was really cool. And this is a weird Pokeball. And I want to get more Pokeballs like a Beast Ball. Not because I think it looks cool, but because like it is tied to a game. It is tied to a specific mechanic. It is a creation of a new lab. It only works on Ultra Beasts. I love this. It's so specific to a very niche amount of Pokemon. But if you want, you can use it to flex and tell a story by capturing normal Pokemon. Like my buddy just said, he caught in the Mega Dimension a shiny Baxcalibur in a Beast Ball. Like that is a flex, and it's not even that crazy because he's capturing these creatures in alternate dimensions. I'm not even going to talk about the Park Ball because again, you don't really get the Park Ball. This is just something you use. But what has cropped up since Generation 8 is the Strange Ball. Like Legends Arceus was so cool because you could capture all these Pokemon in these brand new Pokeballs. And I'm not mad about it because I think the Strange Ball looks good. But all of these Pokemon, any Pokemon from Legends Arceus, when you transfer it into home, it's going to be in the Strange Ball, which is, again, not bad. I think it's kind of cool. It tells a story. Where is the Pokemon from? It's from somewhere. It's from Hisui. It's from time and space, right? Like, I think if we ever get like a Legends Galar, if we ever get a past Legends game ever again, the Strange Ball, it's coming back. It's coming back. Okay. What is the point I'm trying to make? I think there's a lot of Pokeballs that look ugly. I think, honestly, half of the Pokeballs look ugly. And that's subjective, so it doesn't matter. But I think there's so much opportunity to get more Pokeballs like a Dream Ball, which is specific for the Dream World. It's original tech for it's a new device to solve and to give an advantage for a new way to capture Pokemon. I also think the Dream Ball just it's one of the best Pokeballs. I think some people don't like it because it's pink, but it's creepy. It's really cool. It's like a moon. The Beast Ball is in the same camp. It captures Ultra Beast. It's made by the Aether Foundation. I would love to see more Pokeballs like this, whether it be for Mega Dimension, like capturing Pokemon that have a Mega form. I don't know, capturing I guess capturing Gigantamax Pokemon is kind of like that. And I bet they toyed with it in Sword and Shield. Like, would all Gigantamax captures be in a Premier Ball? That's kind of boring, though. I feel like there's a lot of cool things they could do with this. That might be a separate video because I don't have a list of all these niche types of, like, the Paradox Pokemon, right? Like, we could have got a Timer Ball or a Future Ball, a Paradox. We could have got a Paradox Ball. We could have got a Paradox Ball that was effective against Paradox Pokemon. And that would be a nice little relic that any Pokemon you capture in Sword and Shield with the Paradox Ball could now be, it's like you can link it to the game. Now when you move that Pokemon out of your game, it's like, I don't know. I think that's a missed opportunity. But beyond that, what I actually think is possible for Generation 10 and future games is to, I think all I want are more elemental Pokeballs with more neutral and less offensive color combinations. I think the Dive Ball works really well for me because it's a bunch of gradients of blue. So what you could do is give us Pokeballs that are just for fire types, that are just for rock types, that are just for ghost types, right? I think maybe that's a little bit too on the nose, and instead they could go a route like the Net Ball, where you have an object or a Pokeball around a certain type of... So like the Net Ball, it is super effective against water and bug types because you would catch fish and bugs with a net. I think there are other combinations that they could do to link all of these. Like maybe you make 9 new Pokeballs, right? And overall that covers all, 18 types? I think that could be something that they do that would be a lot of fun and it would actually result in a lot of fun designs for these Pokeballs. So that's kind of on the that kind of covers utility and cosmetic changes. But earlier today, I was reminded of the Dark Ball where is it? The Dark Ball from the Celebi movie. And this is a Pokeball that in the movie, they say that the Dark Ball makes any Pokemon become evil, right? In Japanese, the Dark type, like as we know it in Pokemon, it translates to the evil type. I think there's room to interpret that this is not like the Pokemon is actually evil, but the Pokemon is actually just like underhanded or a little shady. And I think that tracks with a lot of like dark type Pokemon. But I love this concept of a Pokeball not just being a tool for capture, but actually influencing, right? And this goes back to the beginning, what I was saying about like the Pokeball being a part of the Pokemon's identity. What if the Pokeball affected the Pokemon itself? If we take a look at the list of Pokeballs again, right? We actually do see this, and I kind of overlooked this in preparation for this video, but the Friend Ball, very literally, like this Johto green Friend Ball, it's a nice design. I like the green. It literally, when you capture a Pokemon with this Pokeball, it has no extra effectiveness. Like it's as powerful as it's as effective of a Pokeball as a Pokeball. And when you capture a Pokemon, the friend or the what would it be called? Like the happiness meter, the Pokemon's friendliness, right? Which some Pokemon use to evolve. I think it is automatically set at base 100. Or if it's, let me pull this up. It says it sets the caught Pokemon's friendship to 200. Okay, and in Generation 8 and beyond, 150. That's cool, right? That's a small little change, but I really, really like. I'm intrigued by this. The Dark Ball in the anime, in the Generation 2 anime, the Celebi movie, that like, could the Pokeball give a Pokemon a new type? If you capture a Pikachu, right, in a Dark Ball, could it get maybe not a new type? Could all of its Dark type moves have additional, like, same type attack bonus because you captured it in a Dark Ball? You see where I'm going with this? I think this is so cool. I feel like I buried the lead a little bit. This video is getting kind of long, and I wish I said this earlier. I just think there are, like, really cool things that I just feel like Pokeballs are underutilized. I don't think even Game Freak understands how cool these things are. Because, like, our power in a Pokemon game is obviously our Pokemon, but the way we control those Pokemon are with the Pokeballs. So I think, like, by giving us a wider variety of Pokeballs to control these creatures, you're giving us more control in the world. All right, let's look at some of these. Let's look at some of these fan-made Pokeballs. This is a Sarah Cross on Reddit. Dawn Ball. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a blue color. It's got a purple button, and it's got these, like, it almost looks like clouds. Like it has like these white circles all around it. I don't care too much about it. It's like the Dawn Ball is like it's an opposite. I don't like the design too much, but it's the opposite of the Dusk Ball. So it's the Dawn Ball. You got the Sun Ball. That's the opposite of the Night Ball. That's nice. I like that. The Insulation Ball. I think that's trying to say probably is effective against, like, steel and electric types. That's kind of cool. Money Ball. I don't know. The Money Ball, I feel like, is just the luxury ball. I don't think we need that. There's the Storm Ball. Oh, this is really good. Okay, so we have weather-based Pokeballs. This is what I like this a lot. We got the Storm Ball, Sunny Ball, Snowball, Dust Ball. That's Sandstorm. That's Sunny Day. That's rain, and that's hail or like a blizzard. It's snowing, right? When it's snowing in battle in the environment, these Pokeballs have additional effectiveness. And I like that these designs are based on a gradient as well. So I think they're appealing to look at. And this is effective. This is a really nice blend of, like, utility and, like, the way the design looks. Like, I like that a lot. We've got the Relic Ball. I feel like this is something like the Relic Ball that I'm looking at right now would be, like, story related. This feels in line with, like, the GS Ball. It's got some, like, unknown on it. I think that's kind of cool. I think that's cool. That'd be a fun thing to capture. Like, it's grayscale, but it has gold in it. That's kind of nice. Some other ones that I like here, the Thorn Ball, that would be good against grass types. The Sugar Ball, probably good against fairy types. Mystic Ball, Maybe that's Ghost or Psychic. You have the Shadow Ball. Maybe also Ghost type. Harvest Ball. These gradients are really nice. And then the Roost Ball right here, it's got these wings on it. That looks just like the Jet Ball from Legends Arceus. And I really like that a lot. This baby blue color of the Pokeball with some wings on it. Like, I feel like in terms of in-game lore, there's no reason why these Pokeballs could not exist. You know what I'm saying? And I'd love to hear if you guys have any ideas, like in the comments, please let me know. This is by Katia Dex. And these Pokeballs don't have... No, they do have names. We got the Blaze Ball. Somewhat different Pokeball that is more effective when catching fire or fighting type Pokemon. That's cool. Man, these look so good. I really like how these look. These feel like Pokeballs designed for the environment. And that's what I'm looking for. If these Pokeballs... Like, if the spirit of Pokemon is to go out and capture Pokemon or creatures in the wild, these Pokeballs, those are our tools. That's our net, you know? That's our cage. That's our, I don't know. We're like tossing bait to attract the Pokemon. Like, I like this. The Blaze Ball, that's really good. The Forest Ball is really good against grass and fairy types. Man, these colors are so good. These are the best ones. The Status Ball, a somewhat different Pokeball that is more effective when catching Pokemon affected by a status condition. Dude, that seems like a no-brainer. That literally seems like a no-brainer. That's so good. The Pristine Ball, Pokemon to... it causes the Pokemon to level up after being caught. Okay, that's cool. I think you could go a little bit further because that is kind of... This is a nice idea, but it feels a little bit underbaked. I would rather see the Pristine Ball be where the Pokemon that you capture now gets the experience gain, the same experience gain it would get if it was a traded Pokemon. So there's like, I think what I'm looking for is permanent advantages, right? Because like the Pristine Ball, it's a lot harder to capture a Pokemon with a Pristine Ball. If like, let's say you're in late game, like why not? Why use this over an Ultra Ball? If I really want to train a Pokemon and I want to use this Pokeball on my team, the cost is that it's going to be a lot harder to capture these Pokemon in the Pokeball, but the benefit, the reward I get, the payoff is that I get a long-term like benefit. One additional level, that doesn't matter. Like, I don't think that matters at all. So that's how I would enhance that. And honestly, the same goes for like these other Pokeballs. Where is it? Like the Friend Ball, happiness should like grow at a faster rate, you know? And there's no reason why this can't be coded into the game because, like, again, for the last 20 years, when you capture a Pokemon, the Pokeball is, like, it's tied to the Pokemon itself. Same thing goes for the Heal Ball. Maybe that is, like, a Pokemon... Yeah, the Heal Ball would be kind of weird because, like... Yeah, I don't know. The Heal Ball would be weird because it's like then you're affecting, like, battle almost. But they could do that. They could affect the battle. We also have the Terrain Ball, a somewhat different Pokeball that is more effective when a terrain is in effect on the battlefield. That's kind of cool. And then the Shiny Ball. Oh, I've heard of this. This is cool. Oh, this is so cool. A somewhat rare Pokeball designed to capture shiny Pokemon. It has a low success rate for catching other Pokemon that aren't shiny. That's so good. And this is a nice Pokeball. And this is nice. And I like how the artist, Katia Dex right here, or it looks like it was Eve here, is the they created these concepts, and Poketour. Yeah, this is so good. I think these are really nice. I think the designs here take a lot of inspiration from the Pokeballs that do exist currently, like the little side pieces of the Shiny Ball are on the Fast Ball. So this is just also nice. Yeah, man, this is just so nice. Oh, here's the close-up. I should have showed you guys this. These renders are really nice. And I don't know. Look at, here's a bunch more. They don't have names. This one looks like this Pokeball looks like the Pokemon egg. Like these designs are just so nice. I think I'd be willing to. No, you know what? No. I was gonna say I wouldn't be. I was gonna say I wouldn't mind if we don't get real Pokeballs, but we can essentially have a better version of Pokeball seals But I disagree with that. I don't want Pokeball steals. I want full-blown Pokeballs. Give us 20 new Pokeballs. Why not? Or in Generation 10, introduce 5 new ones. And then in the inevitable remake, give us another 5. In the game after that, give us another 3. In the game after that, give us another 5. Like, there's no reason why they can't be adding new Pokeballs. There's no reason. There's no reason. These designs are too clean. Look at this fire one. This like red mountainous Pokeball. There's like a river ball. That's probably what they're called. That's literally it's probably called like the mountain ball, the river ball, the egg ball, the earth ball. Like, I don't know. This is a no-brainer. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want new Pokeballs in future generations? Yeah, subscribe if you're new. These Pokeballs are so good. I need some new Pokeballs in Generation 10.